All right. What's going on, YouTube fam? Welcome back. Let me adjust this a little bit. We're in the new setup. Hopefully you guys can hear me all good. Let me just make sure everything's on. All right. Seems to be good. Where's the screen? Let me just... I'm just on my portable monitor, guys. So I'm just trying to get this set up. Apologies. Display settings. All right, cool. We should be up. We can hit. Cool. Thank you, man. Thank you. Hope you guys are doing well. Ready back for another stream. Let me just... good morning, Jimmy. What's going on, man? See how gold's moving today. How many people we got going on? 16 people in. Cool. So yeah, guys, there was no Asian session yesterday. I only just got the Wi-Fi back up and running today. Oh, great. And just realised the light in my room doesn't work, which is great. Wait, or does it? I don't know. Yes, it does. Press the wrong button. Morning, mate. What's going on, man? What up, what up? Let me just let Zoom guys in. Let me move my mic over here. Let me just move YouTube chat over here. Alright, let me share my screen. Yo, what up, what up? What's going on, Zoom guys? Good to be back on. What's up, bro? What up, man? YouTube fam, 2 more likes. As soon as we hit 10 likes, we'll start sharing the screen. But good to be back on Zoom, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Finally had the internet back up and running. So we'll see what we get today. See if we get some nice moves. I didn't get to trade London. I only traded London once this week. I only traded London once and we still caught a very nice move. So. So good to have you guys. Good to have you guys on Zoom back in, ready for another good session. I don't know if you. I know some of you guys on Zoom took your own positions yesterday whilst I've been moving and stuff, which was amazing to see. Shout out to Mark as well, who just got funded on his Top Step account. Absolutely incredible. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. So, let me just bring... Why is my... Oh, wrong button. Let me just change this so you guys can see me. Cool. There we go. Alright. Alright, so it's kind of my first real time jumping on the charts since Wednesday, really. I kind of monitored a little bit yesterday off my phone, but it wasn't practical, so I didn't really take any trades. I've just got the Wi-Fi all set back up at the new place, so I'm jumping on fresh with you guys as well. I'm back to my max screen, so slightly smaller screen, but it's all good. So what time is it? We'll wait 3 more minutes. So we're 3 minutes ahead of schedule. So let's just wait a second. Let me just see what news we've got going on today. Let me just fix this up. I haven't even got my Top Step Up account even up yet. Cool. So we got pound GDP news coming up in about 2 minutes. We have core PPI for the US dollar later on, which is going to be very big, 10:30 Brisbane time. That's going to be some big news. But we'll see if this pound news brings some volume into the markets. We'll start breaking down gold in a second. I'm just going to wait 3 minutes for this hourly to close. As soon as the hourly closes, we'll start breaking everything down. But yeah, let's have a look. Let's just see how did yesterday close. So yesterday on Goldie, we've closed very bearish, retested, flipped bearish, and then yesterday kind of closed slightly doji around this big level of support. Let's have a look at it on the currency chart. Currency chart daily. Yeah, so yesterday's flipped very bearish. We haven't yet grabbed any previous daily highs, which is interesting. You know, you may see some of them grab. We've just grabbed yesterday's daily low and now pushing up. What did Asia do today? Let's have a look. A few more guys. See, a few more people are still joining Zoom, so we'll still wait a second. We still got these highs up here. Asia today, where are we? Asia today, nothing. No real movement today, which is okay. We'll see if we get some. Hey, people got YouTube. 21 people tuning in. That. So I'm going to be a little bit rusty today, considering I've had a day out. It's going to take me a little bit to get back into the swing of the charts. I'm going to start breaking it down now. On the 5 minute, I've just noticed this a very nice little double top here. So anyone who's jumping shorts on gold right now is trying to do something like this. So I think very soon, you know, you may see this pull down a little bit, but I think we're going to spike these highs. And then once we spike these highs, we could potentially see this push back down. So this to me right now looks like a retail trap. So be careful of that. Let's start having a look on the higher time frame. So let's have a look at the hourly for now. Hourly push down, you know, came all the way back up, completely ripped these highs and now pushing lower. So we're in a very big downtrend here. You know, we could retrace a lot more of this move. But gold, to me, looks overall very bearish. Rejoining audio issues. No worries, Carl. You guys on Zoom, let me know if everyone else can hear me all good. How's the setup looking? Antonio, not great yet, man. I don't even have my monitor here yet, so I'm just on my Mac and I got a portable monitor here next to me as well. But we're getting there, man. Sorry, man? Yeah, I'm starting to get the backdrop going again, but
I'm kidding.
I've had so much moving to do, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, let's just draw on some levels here on this hourly. See what's going on. So we've got this kind of nice little level here. Let me just make this thick. So we've got this nice little support here. It probably looks nice on the 4 hourly. Actually, let's take a little look. Yeah, so we've got 4 hour support there. You know, 4 hours closed bullish, retesting, trying to break higher. hourly has just pushed up, so I think you're going to see some hourly highs grabbed. If we haven't yet grabbed, yeah, see, the more the 5 minute on gold teases around this level, the more people are going to try and short here. So I think you're going to see a spike higher in a second on gold, which is fine. There's no opportunity to jump in longs up into that just yet. But the more gold pushes up and manipulates around this resistance, is the more you could see this actually come and drop lower back down into these lows. So from an intraday perspective, if we wick out these highs and get confirmation of a nice liquidity grab, you may take it down to the lows. If we actually close above, maybe strong on the 15, then we can look to run it higher. So this level on gold right now is going to be very, very interesting. Dane, what's going on, man? Afternoon, man. Afternoon, man. Good afternoon. Let's have a look at this 30. Yeah, so 30 is coming into this level here. This is a big resistance level. I could probably say there. I'm just looking left, looking at these wicks. Wick. Fake out, broke higher. Broke back below, retesting. So yeah, it's a nice level to see how we're going to react. You never know. You may come and spike up this previous 30-minute high as well. Grab that liquidity before then seeing this potential pushback lower. So we're now grabbing these highs. I would have liked to have caught the long up here, but there's no. You got a nice pre-London move there, so pretty nice pre-London bounce. How many pips? That's like 30 pip move, which is nice. You may see this third drive into these highs. You got this 1, 2, third drive a little bit more. Nice reversal formation as well. So let's see. If we do get this short, I'm just kind of trying to see what's going on a little bit here. I can't see too much just yet. Something will jump out at me in a second. We could see potential shorts back down into the lows of this range, which would be, yeah, about 25. So we're grabbing these highs now, which is nice. Like I say, there's no long into that just yet, unless you're already riding it from here. But like I said, anyone who is trying to jump in shorts here is trying to look to do something like this and is now getting manipulated here. So this is a very quick push up in the first 3 minutes of this hourly open, which is quite nice. What have I just done there? Don't do that. So let me just see that previous hourly. So the hourly's closed bullish, but we're at a massive level of resistance and support. So we probably may see like a potential doji hourly, and then you may see hourly retest one more time, and then we could look for a little sell-off. It's weird being back on a smaller screen. August so far has been treating me amazingly. Yeah, very good, man. August has been having some great volume, which is good, considering August is typically one of the quietest months of the year. But for us, it's been great, man. It's been really good. Yeah, NAS is good. Yeah, NAS has been nice as well. Is the futures gold market called GC or 23? No, so that's expired now. So you're trading futures. So you want to be trading futures contracts. So I'm trading December contracts right now. So it'll be GCZ. If you type in GCZ, click here, and you'll be trading the December 2023 contracts. So August has now rolled over. If you go back to the August ones, they'll start to look all gappy. It's because we're into the December contract now. See, look at that. So we've just wicked out these highs here. We haven't closed above, which is kind of what we'd want to see for a potential liquidity grab. Depending on how this closes, we'll see. Love the Asian bread. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you, man. Glad you enjoyed it. If anyone who's tuning in on YouTube, I made a video about how to trade the Asian session, because like I say, I stream the Asian session twice a week, and almost every single time someone says, "Why are you trading Asia? Asia is dead." And then almost every single time we catch absolute bangers. So I decided to make a video on it, because not everyone can, like I said in the video, not everyone can trade the New York and London Open, and if you can't, that doesn't mean you can't trade. So you guys can go have a little look. Is there a specific reason you trade futures to spot? Yeah, so I don't trade. So I used to trade this here on the currency job. I don't trade foreign exchange at all anymore. Futures, I just get way better executions. I don't have to worry about spreads, and I have to worry about my broker putting off some crazy manipulation as well. But for me, the execution on futures has been amazing. Just executing, I can manage a lot better. There's better prop firm opportunities, and if I'm only just going to be trading gold, it makes no sense to trade that on a forex broker. If I wanted to trade like pound yen, euro yen, or any of them, then yeah, sure, I'll trade it on blueberry markets, but I'm not doing that anymore. No more forex for me. Naz Mark's element, yeah, Mark's been crushing Naz. Even the guys in the community who have switched to futures, almost everyone who's switched to futures has said they would never go back to trading forex because the execution and the fills are just amazing. We're starting to push higher here. I'm just gonna waiting to see if we get a closure above here. We've tried to close above, but we haven't just yet. This candle's looking like it might, but it hasn't really grabbed any lows. You kind of just left a little double bottom here. You kind of just left some liquidity down there, which I think you'll see grabbed. So the more this pushes up, I'm kind of watching to see how we react around this 30 high. It's going to be a nice level to potentially consider some shorts. How's the pound just moved off that news? Let's see, 15 minute, yeah, a little spike up there on the pound futures. Liquidity on the 5, yeah. See, look, we're starting to reject. I want to see confirmation that we're actually going to flip out of here before, so I'm not going to jump in shorts just yet. I want to see like a nice bearish close to jump in shorts or a nice close above to go long. Thanks.
Okay. It's okay then.
But yeah, we're back to the old, trying to get the backdrop how it was, almost as if we never even left. 15 minutes pushing. I was about to trade news, managed aggressively, but decided not to since I've traded news, but I might have done this here. To play on the spot, yeah, we're spot on. Yeah, good man. Yeah, news is good. You need news. I was saying yesterday, you can't be scared of news. News is what you need to have the volume. If the technicals are in place, the news gives it the volume to push in your favour. The news is just an opportunity for them to manipulate it a little bit more and pump a lot more volume into markets. There's 8 out there. Really?
8 stingrays.
That's crazy.
Shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. All set up. No, nearly, man, nearly. Still got so much stuff everywhere. But we're getting there. I got the trading station back up. I got the desk. I got my Mac. I got my portable monitor. I don't have my big monitor yet. It's still at the old house. I need to go and get it. But yeah, almost all set up, man. The Wi-Fi was annoying because the Wi-Fi was supposed to be set up and ready to go as soon as we moved in yesterday, but we only just got it this morning. But it didn't look like London did too much yesterday. We'll have a look though. Let's have a look what London did yesterday. But yeah, that would have been a lovely buy on pound yen. Yeah, huge push, man. Huge push. It's good to take them trades. Like I say, when people do back testing, when you're back testing, you're not checking the news, are you? So if you're not checking the news when you're back testing, then why are you checking it as much when you're trading live? It just gives you the volume. It gives you the volume that you need to push your technicals in their favour. Oh, this is looking like a... If we respect this, you may see this 5-minute push lower. Would have been done with London literally a minute. Yeah, literally, man. If you got that position, you are in and out. You do not need to sit around and watch it. Yeah, that's huge, man. That's a huge call. Yeah, people get too scared of news. You know, there was big US news yesterday, and that's why I was saying in the community, don't be scared of news. Just follow it and trade with it. I don't trade news. I don't really like. I don't look into fundamentals. I don't care about fundamentals. I know how the news is reacting based off how the charts are moving. I'm purely a technical trader. Fundamentals bore the hell out of me. They bore the hell out of me, but more so the technicals are like 90% of the time always already in place. So we're trying to push above here. We're rejecting every single time, so I can't jump in just yet. We haven't really grabbed any 15-minute lows for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, which is interesting. Where we see this 5-minute push up into, yeah, probably see the next level where we'll be looking for sure. It will be around here. So you got this nice resistance there, broke above. What's up, Aaron? What's up, man? What up? What up? YouTube fam, 30 people tune in, 18 likes, guys. Drop a little like for the stream. I don't know where everyone is today. Everyone's sleeping on the stream today. Everyone didn't think I was going to be set up in time, but we're here. We are here. But yeah, it's been a stressful move. I hate moving house. So we're not moving house now for at least another year, hopefully 2 years. I don't want to move house again. Is there a bottom wick on this current 5? A little bit. Anyone catch that gold rip? No, I didn't, man. Yeah, this is a huge push up. But to be honest, I don't think I would have caught this because I probably would have been looking for this low to get grabbed. I mean, you could have, in hindsight, no, I wouldn't even take it there because you've got support there. No, it is a lovely bounce, you know. Grabbed the lows, push high, then came all the way back down for the retest, so I probably would have been watching this low. But just bouncing off there, it's like a 40 pip move, which is huge. NAS 100 looking nice? Yeah, nice, yeah. The only thing is with trading NAS in London, like you can trade NAS in London, I've done it before, but the volume is just kind of, it's too hit and miss for me. I've traded, like I said, I used to trade, we traded NAS in London back in September to December time, or November, September, November. So yeah, we were trading NAS in London a lot, and it was having amazing volume. But then it just kind of died out a bit, so I don't really watch it too much. I watch it in the US session. I've been watching the Dow a lot recently. Dow's been moving really nice. Right at the open. Look at this push on gold. So 5 minutes pushing up. The 30 is now coming up to liquidate that previous 30-minute high that we mentioned. And if this closes bullish like this will be the first strong 5-minute closure we've had. Yeah, the previous 5-minute candles had very, very low volume. So let's see. Any recommended prop firms for forex? I'd stick to FTMO for now. Until you max out FTMO, I would just run with them. Probably one of the most reliable. I know someone was talking in the community about my forex funds. I know someone who scalps on my forex funds and has execution issues almost every single time. You know. So yeah, I would stick to FTMO. And the fact that FTMO now have 0 time frame kind of makes it a little bit more achievable. And I still think they ask for way too much. But yeah, FTMO for me are more legit. There's other ones popping up left, right, and center, but try them out first. And don't do the free trials. The free trials are bullshit because they're on different servers. Look at the 15 flip to Asia open. Is that on gold? See, where is Asia today? So 1 AM. Yeah, look at that. That's a pretty big push in Asia actually. I haven't traded Asia at all this week. No, sorry, I traded Asia. Yeah, no, we gave this one call on Asia on. So I didn't get to watch it yesterday because I don't have my internet set up. But we gave this call on Tuesday in the Asian session. That was a nice little move. I took that on Tuesday in the US. And then what did we take yesterday? No, sorry, Wednesday we took about 14 pips, I believe, on the Wednesday stream. And I was done within the first like 30 minutes. And I had to go pack, so I made my money in Rand. And then price ended up ranging. I don't know where that. Maybe I have it on a different chart. Where's it? Wednesday. The trade we took on Wednesday was amazing as well. Yeah, we took the shorts on Wednesday from here down into here. It was a lovely trendline liquidity play. I've lost the actual. I must have deleted the risk to reward. Where is it? So we caught that short there. Where is it? No, I don't know. I lost it. Let me see if I can get it up here. But yeah, Wednesday was I've only jumped on stream. Even the community guys, like, this is only our second time this week, just because it's been so quiet leading up to this, and I didn't have Wi-Fi yesterday. But in the one session we've jumped on, we were in and out within the first the first 30 minutes of the session. And that's all we're waiting for. We wait for that one good trade. We wait for the volume, and we take it. I like FTMO stats. Yeah, they're much better, man. Doing a trial, nice. Yeah, good man. Try it out. Try it out as much as you can. Where's the? Yeah, this is the trade we took on Wednesday. Yeah. Boom, boom. Lovely little quick snipe. We've got Elliot joining. Alright, so this 15 minute has just closed on gold. 15 minutes closed nice and strong here. If we can get some sort of retracement, we could look to take this high. But we're now trading around that 30 minute level where we could be liquidating. We're also around that 5 minute resistance. And the 15 is also around a big level. So I would have liked to see more of a 15 rejection from here. But this is a... This here is a big level. So I don't... The only way I could kind of jump in long is if we saw like a much steeper bottom wick to grab some lows. But this is a pretty crazy... Or would you have taken this gold trade on the break of the double top? You mean like from here? Sorry. Oh wait. Would you... The break of the double top? Do you mean like taking it where it is now kind of thing? No, from 1960. Is that the currency chart? So if you mean from, because this here is this level was a retail trap. So that's what retails were trying to do. So retail's trying to short there, double top, grab the liquidity. So the only kind of way I would have been able to take themselves is if we got a closure like nice and strong bearish, kind of break this little minor support. Then I'd look for the top wick and I'd kind of drive it back down into here. But that was a, I would have liked to take the long, but there was no opportunity. Once you've already grabbed these lows, I would have wanted to see these grab 4 pushing higher. But no, there's no longs. The only place you could have gotten some longs was all the way down here, but we don't trade at that time. Because then you could have been playing it all back against that liquidity for like 20, almost 30 pips all the way back up into there. But no, to catch this move up, since we have jumped on though, no missed opportunity yet, man. Nothing yet. So we jumped on a 7. So since we've jumped on, we haven't really pushed too much. But we're at this nice resistance level now. The 30 has just wicked out that previous 30 high, just starting to find a little bit of resistance, which is good. This is what we want to see. Morning, guys. Good morning, Vivian. Good morning. Good morning. So, kind of what I'm just going to put on some more levels now. I'm just kind of seeing the charts a little bit clearer. So we've got this level here, and we've now kind of got this level here. We've got this support, broken, resistance, broke, resistance, resistance. So this is a pretty solid level on the 15 now. This is a 12 pip range. I think these lows here are going to be, these lows here are going to be a potential low of interest. Here, like this. You may see these grabs, so we can see some shorts into there. amazing. You know, you may even be able to roll it a lot lower now. And you know, in hindsight, you know, you could see this push up and be like, oh man, I should be in this trade. But to be honest, I could say in hindsight, yeah, I probably would have taken this. But I think realistically, I would have been waiting for these lows to get grabbed. So the fact that these lows haven't yet been grabbed, to me, this is some liquidity that we could come and grab later on. So the more that we start to reject from here, we've got 15 level here, we've also got 5-minute support all the way back down here. So depending on how this news goes later on, if we get the volume in London, we'll see. But I would mark on these lows on your charts and be watching these. Exactly the same as, you know, these lows all the way down here. But yeah, the shelves behind me are looking bare. Someone said the shelves are looking bare. It's because I don't have the glass panels, so I can't put anything on my shelves. But it's nice to be moved, and it's going to take us a while to get settled over the weekend and stuff like that. But the place that we've just moved into, it's a beautiful spot, man. We're very lucky. We live literally right on the beach. Walk out my garden, straight onto the beach. It's incredible. So we're very grateful to be living here and moving out of Brisbane, moving out of Vegas. And the weather's beautiful, man. It was hot today. It was like 27 degrees today. It's the middle of winter. We went for a little dip in the pool. Yeah, it was nice. Come on, Goldie. Give us some reaction off this level. This is a level where I want to consider some shorts from. I just want to see a nice strong 5-minute closure. If this 5-minute close is bearish, you'll have a potential nice evening star formation here, which is a nice little reversal formation. You know, we found some resistance. We've re-grabbed the highs, closed back below the body, failed to close above the previous body. So that's the kind of reversal formation you've got here. If we start to close back above the bodies, then you'll probably see it run some highs. So if we just put this line on there just to see the bodies like this. So if you now reclose above after grabbing the lows, you'll probably see these highs grabbed a little bit more. Yes. Oh really? Yeah. Give me 2 seconds, guys. You want me to be monocle?
Kind of, but you're streaming.
Well, I can pause it for 5 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah, just quickly.
So this brunchy might go.
Sorry guys, I'm back. Apologies. What have we missed? Nothing. Alright. Feel weird hearing the convo. Yeah, sorry man. My dog's going absolutely crazy as well. What the fuck's going on today? What's cooking? I can smell it. No, we're speaking to actually our. Oh, my dog's going crazy, guys. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Fuck me. trying to make some money.
Downstairs.
No.
She just said log everything.
Alright. Fucking hell. Alright, we're back, guys. Luckily, gold's not moving. But now, yeah, we've just moved into our new place. And I've had complaints that my car's too loud, so now we're just having to speak to the fucking the real estate agent because.
What will they say when they hear your language?
Yeah, that's what I said. Well, if you're complaining already because I got a fucking sport BMW, it's not gonna be too good when I get my Lambo out of that workshop. Already, yeah, man. Literally, I started it at like 2:30 in the afternoon. Within about, I hadn't even left the drive. Within like 5 seconds, someone was outside saying, "I've just put my baby to bed." I was like, "It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I can't do a lot about that." So yeah, it is what it is. Not my fault. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't. As long as if I was sat there fucking revving the thing, I literally had just started it up, and I was just moving it to switch cars to unpack some stuff, and yeah. Get a tank. It's okay. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I'm just gonna wait for gold to do a little bit more here. You know, we're starting to reject, but we need to see a little bit more volume than this. The 15 could close doji here, but as long as the 15 closes kind of back below the body of the previous, you know, we still can potentially see this lower. What are you doing, Samson? You're causing havoc.
There's a dog outside.
Come here, Snake. Come here, man.
It's like running right past our front.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
It's got owners, but it's off lead.
Come here. Come here.
He's waiting.
Oh, sorry. Don't come here then. I just got told off. I can't even play with my own dog.
Okay, go on. Yeah, you can call him.
He doesn't mind. He's not bored now.
Of course he barks as she falls.
Yeah, I know. It's so typical.
She... Do you want me to do it yourself?
Nah, I tell me after. It's fine. I'm trying to make some money and everyone's stressing me out.
Oh my god. Get over yourself.
How long we got till this 30? 30 seconds here. So if this in 30 seconds, this 30 is actually going to close pretty strong here. So where would we want to take this next if we get an instant bottom wick? Probably back up into here is actually quite a nice level. You get a bottom wick, re-break the high. You see what 20 pips on there, which is nice. Behind the scenes of FW trading, man, it's madness. I come onto here, pretending to be all zen and relaxed and in the zone. But today is crazy. So if we take a loss today, you guys can blame Sammy. You can blame my dog. Nah, it's good. It's good. We're all good. We're in the zone. Just waiting to see. So this 30 is just closed nice and strong here. So if we can see this, you know, we've now closed back above the body of the previous 5, and now re-breaking the highs. So this is quite nice. We're having an instant push up with no bottom wick. I would have liked to have seen it push down, and then I can take the flip higher. But this 30 is closed very strong, so I kind of want to follow this current momentum. So this is a big, you know, this is a big like a 40 tick push up. Oh, it's actually not that big. I'm too zoomed in. I actually thought it was going to be like 80, but still, yeah, still it's a 40 tick move up, which is pretty solid. Now, we kind of want to see now how we probably won't come down here yet, but let's just see if we can wick out the low of the previous 15 and then re-break its own high. Then I think we're going to see a nice drive back up into like 1951.5 on the futures chart. It looks like a pretty nice level to me. So we're creating a bottom wick now on the 15 and 5. I've been trying to work this out for ages. Is it forex with Aaron? Futures with Aaron. Futures with Aaron. No, it was it. So I used to be on Instagram, forex with Aaron, and I didn't like having forex associated with like my business name, I guess, or with my name in general, because the industry's full of bullshit, and every time someone sees forex, you're like, yeah, you're one of them. So then I just shortened it down into FWA trading. But now because I just trade futures, we'll pretend it's always been futures with Aaron. I won't tell if you guys don't tell. But yeah, this is good though. This just needs a little. We need a steeper bottom wick on this 30, And then we do have nice range to fulfill all the way up here. You know, it's a little bit choppy here. You guys can see that, like, all these wicks here. But if we can get a setup where it makes sense, amazing. If it just continues to flip bearish, then we don't care. Forex is fried, yeah. Forex is fried, man. When I was trading just foreign exchange, even when I would, like, people would say, like, what do you do for a living? I would never say I'm a forex trader. You tell anyone you're a forex trader, blah blah. You're one of them forex scammers. I would just tell people I run my own business or something like that. Oh, why is my camera like halfway on the trading view screen? I've just seen that. No. Okay. Alright, so 5 minutes pushing higher. The 15 and the 30 kind of needs to give me a bit more of a bottom wick than that. Only because if I jump in longs now, so if you jump in longs now, your stop loss kind of has to be at least down here, which is only 20 pips, but in terms of risk to reward, it's not really worth it. I don't really want to be risking 20 pips to make like 15 to 20. So you're gonna have stops at like 22 pips, and you know you'd have runners into 20 pips. You'll probably see some struggle. I'm just looking left at like these levels here. So you get a resistance, fake outs. You got a lot of liquidity and noise. So you'd have to be managing at like 13 pips. So I don't really want to be risking 22 pips for 13. It doesn't really make sense to me. So I just want to see a little bit more of a bottom wick here. You know, some people, there's nothing wrong with trading one-to-ones, but for intraday trading and scalping, you know, if you're going for like 15, 20 pips, your stop loss has to be very similar, right? Otherwise, it just doesn't really make it worth risking my money personally. 1 pip stop loss, gang. That's it, man. That's it. Well, the biggest loss that we've taken so far for August is only 2 pips, which is nice. Like I say, the biggest loss we took in July was 15, and that was with 4 fills, but 13 in June. You know, 2, 6, 4, 7. So yeah, we haven't hit like a full stop loss in a very long time. I think maybe back in May. In May, what was the biggest? Yeah, so we took a 20 pip loss in May, and we weren't even managing like we are now. So even in the past 3 months, our management has been amazing. Oh, 5, yeah, 5 is just flipping bullish there. 1 pip stop loss, gang. Hell yeah. So 5 minutes just flip bullish, creating a bottom wick here. I don't think it's enough for me to want to jump in just yet.
This liquidity concerns me.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
Even here and actually half an hour before too.
Yeah, you got kind of got a lot of wicks here. Yeah. Because you
Pretty risky, right?
Yeah, I think so, man. I think so. Let's just see. Because I mean, you could take the flip of this current, and if it doesn't flip, then you just cancel the order. But you'd probably want to have stops at like 6 pips. But as soon as it flips bullish, you kind of have to be managing straight away. Only because the 15 and 30 are pretty big levels right now. So if we look at this on the hourly chart down here, we're actually still, you know, we're still trading around big hourly support, broken resistance, fake out. So the hourly is a big level where you could see it drop low. It kind of had a nice little inverse head and shoulders there as well. Look at that left shoulder, head, right shoulder, broken above the neckline. So if you close above, you may get a retest. Let's see, we'll retest it now. I mean, if it does flip bullish, then you could probably get into a pretty nice one. Heading home, we'll rejoin. Hopefully, won't miss out on the move. Yeah, all good, Carl, man. Tune back in, man. I'll be on for another hour and a half. You know, may stay on for a little bit longer because we didn't get triggered yesterday. We'll see. We will see. Did you guys on Zoom, anyone take any London trades yesterday? Did London do too much on gold? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Where's our London session? 7 AM until...
I was looking for longs from the start of the session, but didn't get any solid entries.
Yeah, they're kind of choppy, didn't it? Pretty much resistance. Yeah, it didn't really do too much, to be fair. So, the nice thing about the way we trade is, like, we literally, like, we've seen how powerful it is literally just to trade the first 2 hours of the London Open. So anything after that just kind of noise, to be honest. So if you don't get anything within the first like 2 hours, it's always best just to close it and stick to the plan. Like we haven't had any trades in the past 3 months that came after 9 AM London time. Less is more in this game. Less is more. Man, fucking sun is hot. Alright, let's see. We've got about 1 more minute till this candle's going to close. Ooh, pound futures are finding some resistance there. If this can give signs of potentially flipping bullish, you know, you could consider a risky entry. If it doesn't flip back bullish, then you just cancel the order straight away. So you could have something like this. I mean, you just got to be managing so aggressively, so it's not worth the risk for me. Just yet, not yet, not yet. Because the 15, let me just zoom in. It feels weird being back on a small screen. The screen isn't even that small. Finding some resistance. Yeah, so we've not liquidated any. Like I say, we haven't liquidated any previous 15-minute lows for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 15-minute candles. We haven't liquidated any previous lows, which makes me think you're going to see some either this low or these lows down here get grabbed. Oh, fucking hell. But yeah, I should have a video up this weekend, fully explaining my journey, how I blew my accounts, lost money, quit trading, came back to trading. Hopefully we'll have that video out this weekend. One of my good friends is editing it for me, and he's doing an amazing edit on it. It looks like a fucking movie. I've got 6 seconds here. 6 seconds. You can flip bullish in the last couple of seconds. I don't think so. No. Interesting. Almost did though. Look at that. Almost. The last couple of seconds they almost flipped bullish. Haven't liquidated any lows yet. I think you're gonna get to see these highs grabbed a little bit. So we're coming now into the last 5 minutes. This is 15. So this 5 minutes is gonna be key. I'm kind of tempted for these longs, but the range for me just isn't really worth jumping in any longs just yet. So if it re-breaks the highs, you know, you've only got 12, 13 pips, which is not bad. Like 13 pips is okay for a first target, but it kind of has to be the minimum of, like, you know, at least 20. Because if I play it back up into there, then you got like a nice 40 pips. But do we have the volume to drive all the way back up into here this morning before the London Open? I'm not sure. Should be inspirational, man. Yeah, hopefully, Anthony. Hopefully it's inspirational. It's the only reason I'm making it, is to show everyone the struggles. You know, any hardship that anyone's going through in trading that thinks that I haven't been through, I guarantee you I have times 10. I went through a lot of dark places upcoming in my trading journey. It's the reason I like to share what I do, to show people that it is actually possible. Like I say, I took out money I couldn't afford to lose, obviously, then eventually lost it. And it'd be wrong of me not to share them things and share the reality. When we're near success, we can feel it. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. He's gone through his full margin phase. Currently, he's on his demo only phase. Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's the beauty of trading demo now, is you don't have to worry about losses, because you can just ask them to reset the account all the time. So if this 5 closes bearish, this 15 is going to be looking interesting. Very, very interesting. I thought demo was your account. No, yeah, that's just a glitch, man. Yeah, so my account name is demo, but it's actually live. We only trade demo here. You get the demo withdrawals as well. A lot of them forex gurus know about that. Get them demo withdrawals on a broker you've never even heard of before. They're always a good one. Anytime I've shared withdrawals, it's always been on a regulated broker like Ruby Markets every single time. Hi Aaron, how stressful is trading drawdown? Is top steps drawdown equity or balance paced? Let's have a look, mate. So like overall drawdown on the account is about 4%, I believe. The daily loss limit is 2%. So on a 150k account, daily loss limit's 3,000. But if you hit that, it's not a rule violation. It just means you have to stop trading for that day. I haven't really had any issues with it, like, you know, being too tight. It seems quite tight, you know. So on a 150k account, your max loss can only be 4,500. I personally haven't ever come close to it. You know, it depends how big of size you're trading. You know, daily loss limit. No, so on Top Step there's a daily loss limit, but if you hit it, it's not a rule violation. You just have to stop trading for that day and come back tomorrow. So it's quite nice because it stops you from, you know, if you take a few losses, revenge trading, like it just locks you out. You know, it doesn't break any rules, and you just have to come back and trade the next day. So I've hit it before, and it's quite nice to be able to not be able to actually take another trade. But that was when I was kind of first. I haven't hit it since we've been scalping like this. Only when I was first trying it out. But for me to hit my max daily loss limit, I would have to take a loss of 30 pips in a row, which, as we've seen, we haven't done in a very, very long time. But you know, and sometimes, you know, sometimes if I do take a loss of like 15 or, you know, 20 pips for whatever reason, what I'll do is I'll just kind of, so say if I'm minus, you know, I'm minus $2,000 on the day, my max daily loss limit is 3,000. If I even get close to half of that 3,000, I'll start to reduce my size until I get myself, you know, back in the zone and my daily loss limit kind of into a little bit more leeway, so I can then trade my full size again. So say if I'm trading 10 contracts and I get halfway to my daily loss limit, I'll start trading 5. If I then get 75% towards my daily loss limit, then I'll start trading like 2. And as I get it back, you know, I'll start increasing it again as well. So I'm very flexible with the way that I trade it, but it's important to trade it like that. You gotta be flexible with risk management when you need to. Not every trade is just, you know, 1% risk per trade and that's all I stick to. That's like I've said before, that's a very basic retail way to trade, and think that's what entails in risk management. Risk management goes a lot deeper than I only risk 1% per trade and that's my risk management rule. That's a very basic retail way of trading. That's how 95% of retail traders think that's how you trade, and that's the reason that 95% of retail traders fail. They're all doing the same shit. You have to be more adaptive. You know, risking like 1 to 2% of your account is good when you're first starting. You have to know. I think you have to start off with that. But as you progress, you can kind of be more flexible per se with your risk management and be more advanced with it. I think they've removed the daily loss limit. No, so it's still. Can I show you on my account? So I'll show you. Let me send you a screenshot here, man. So it used to be a rule violation. If you hit a daily loss limit, then that was the account done. But they got rid of that as the rule. So now it's not listed on the rules. It's just on the actual. How do I send it a picture here? File. Let me send you this, man. So you can see mine here. So this is how it shows. So, you know, as I take a few losses, that like kind of it comes up as like a bar. And it will tell you the dollar amount as well, which is kind of clean actually. So it's always up on the top right of your screen every time you're trading, so you can always see what you've got left for the day, how much you've used. So it's pretty handy. That's very good management. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, it's kind of how you have to do it. It's how the big dogs trade it. You know, all big futures traders are trading like that. They even if they're not restrained on daily loss limit rules because you know they're on a prop firm or something like that, they still implement them rules to themselves, and they only give themselves a certain amount to lose in a day, which I think is super powerful. And more importantly, the more powerful thing is actually sticking to it. So Top Step make you stick to it. You know, if you lose more than, oh look at this push on gold. So now we're grabbing that 15 low that I mentioned, which is nice. This is the reason we didn't jump in longs here. The more this pushes down, this is what we want to see. We're going to see if this is a liquidity grab to reflip bullish, or we're actually going to get closure. Oh look at this. This is nice. As soon as we get this closure, we could look at this entire retracement back down. Unless this 15 flips bullish, then we'll go long. So far, gold is doing what we want. We're just trying to find an entry. We've liquidated this previous 30-minute high. We're starting to flip back down. We've grabbed the 15. Excuse me. We've grabbed the 15-minute low here. So let's see if we're now going to actually close below it and continue this push back down, or this is going to be a huge liquidity grab and a retest of this left shoulder head, right shoulder neckline to flip back bullish. You know, if this 15 can flip bullish, amazing. We could have buy stops on this 15 to then. You're going to see, if this comes and re-breaks its own 30-minute high, you're going to see this drive pretty well. And you don't have to necessarily wait for a break of the wick. You could just kind of take some buy stops as the body starts to flip bullish. Because if the body's going to flip back bullish close towards the end, then the likelihood of it just actually completely flipping bullish is very high. Vivian, yeah, so Top Step have, they've paused new clients just for time being. Just because they were having some issues with one of their broker providers, which was Tradeovate. So until they get all current clients back up to scratch, they've just paused all new ones. But they'll be back up very soon. Don't worry about that. It's the first time they've ever had to do that. But it's good. They're not just trying to take everyone's money and, you know, they have issues with Tradeovate, which has been out of their control. So they've said, you know what, we're just going to pause new accounts until we get this fully back to scratch. And then yeah, they'll be back up in no time. I think it's the only time in like 10 years since they've been running that they've had to pause new accounts. I'll chat back. Yeah, I'll post about it on the channel once I do see an update. If we can get top wick here in the 5 minute, we could look for some shorts. I think they will stick these. Yeah, I think so as well, man. Because they've had to pause, I think they'll implement the discounts a lot longer. Yeah, me too, Anthony. That's what I trade on. I still trade on the TS Trader platform. I think it's so clean. That's why I hope they fix the Tradeovate issues, because I just love this platform. It's just so simple to use. It's almost like just trading on TradingView. So it's just so easy. NinjaTrader is another good one, but again, NinjaTrader own Tradeovate, so whether you get the issues or not, it's probably better just to trade direct from NinjaTrader. So we've not yet grabbed this 5 minute low. So if this can push up a little bit more, I would consider some sales from this region. You know, with a very tight stop. You know, I'll be break even as soon as we wick out this 5 minute low, but I need to see it pull up a little bit more. Maybe something like this. You know, kind of see a retracement. I want to see it pull up a little bit more though. I want to see it pull up before grabbing the low. Oh, there you go. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, is it gonna break the low? So I'm kind of looking. There you go. So it's just broken the low, which is fine. That's all right. That's all right. Let's see. But this 15 here is looking solid. If this 30 breaks back into this range, you know, this is going back to everything we were saying early on. You're going to have the fake out of this third drive. You've grabbed the 30-minute highs. The hourly is going to be leaving a pretty big wick now as well. So if this hourly leaves this big wick and, you know, can actually start to close bearish, you could have a potential hourly evening start to drive this lower. So this is nice. This is real nice. We've got 10 minutes till this closes as well. The more we start to flip bearish at the last 10 minutes is usually the good manipulation sign. On gold, On gold on the hourly can look bullish right up until maybe like the last minute. That's the reason. Either people love or hate gold. It can change in the last couple of seconds. So this could be pushing down now, but all of a sudden, if you see this 5 minutes start to aggressively flip up, that hourly is going to continue pushing, and vice versa. YouTube guys, we've got 48 people tuning in. Remember, drop a little like for the stream. We'll run up them numbers. So we're grabbing the previous 5 minute low now. That's the reason if I was short, I would have to be break even as soon as you grab that, because that could be a liquidity grab again. In order for me to want to short, I would like to see this 30 close back below top wick, and we can play it back down into this liquidity and back down into these lows. And then once you get back down into here, because we've already bounced around there, you're probably going to bounce around and then you're going to finally see it break. But if we still continue to hold above here, and in the next, by the time this hourly closes in 6 minutes, we start to flip up, then again, could be interesting. Could be very, very interesting. So all eyes on this next 6 minutes here on gold. We're gonna have the London Open in a second as well. But since we've jumped on, no missed move. We're pretty much back to exactly where we started when we first jumped on. So we stay on from here, and we stay on till here. Wait, what? Don't do that. Oh, look at this 5. If this 5, so we're having that kind of wick test here on this 5. If we close above, this 15 does interest me. What would stops be? Almost about 18. It's quite large, but it's not. We can manage before then. So 5 minutes push bearish. We've re-grabbed the 5 minute low, now pushing higher. We're at a big level here on the 30 as well, broken this level, retesting. I would have liked, if we were going to push higher, I would have liked to have seen this 30 minute low grabbed. But if we have enough liquidity, you might not need to. But let's see, we're at a pretty big make or break level now. Like I always say, I don't care if gold's going to break high or break low. I don't give a shit. I don't care where it's going to go. I'm not going to predict where it's going to break. Whichever way it does close in the next 5 minutes for this hourly close is going to be the decider of how we take the next hour. So, is that 5 minute just closed bullish? Let me see. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's a big close. See, if you can get this push down, come and retrace some of this, and you can have a nice 3-pin pattern. You could have potential buy stop for this 15 to continue pushing higher, which would be like stop loss would you take bring high like 8. You break even around 10. So this is the current last 5 of this hourly. So there's going to be any 5 minutes going to throw some manipulation in this previous hour. It's going to be this candle right here. I need to get my almost smash this on the way here. Need to get some whiskey poured into this thing, get it on the shelf. I don't drink whiskey, but maybe it'll look nice. It'll look nice on the shelf. Oh, fucking hell. 3-pin never fully understand it. Yeah, absolutely, Antonio. I'll do it for you after this, because I think it's something I just want to share with you guys. Oh my god, get into whiskies. David, I know, man. I know people have been telling me, but I just haven't really. I don't know. I haven't. To be fair, the only time I've tried whiskey has been probably either already drunk and just not drinking it properly. I don't really drink alcohol much at all, to be honest. I mean, when I was 17 to fucking 24, I drank a lot, almost going out every weekend. But now, since I've got older, I don't really drink too much, so yeah, maybe like, you know, chilling with a nice whiskey at my old age is probably a nicer thing to do. I'm in a whiskey club, so every month you pay for a different bottle. Yeah, that's cool, man. I like that. That's cool. Like a little like subscription kind of thing. Like you don't know what you're gonna get. Different bottles to try, different whiskeys to try. So it's a good business idea. I like that. Like a little coffee subscription. I'm drinking some right now. Good man. On the charts, drinking some whiskey on a Friday afternoon. What more could you want in life? Some pips. We'll get some pips, and that'll be your night made, David. Black rum? Yeah, what black rum? Let me have a look. Let's Google some. Just whilst we wait for this hourly close here on gold. If this 30 closes back below this range, this is going to be really nice for us, and this is kind of what I prefer. Yeah, Kraken. I've tried Kraken. My friend drinks Kraken all the time. Kraken's quite good. But again, I think you're referring to David, like, you know, drinking whiskey straight. I've only ever had Kraken with like Coke. Not that kind of Coke either. Now they send you an email showing you what bottle is going to be for the month that you can opt in or opt out. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Whiskeys and pips on there. Yeah, man. Well, David's got the whiskey, so I'm just going to see if I can bring the pips to the party in a second. Kraken is one of my faves. Yeah, Kraken's good actually. Kraken is good. Alright, one more minute, Goldie. How are you going to close? You're going to re-rate the lows? I really want to see this this 30 kind of close back below this. Ideally, this 30 closes back below here, because then we'll get a nice fake out. But even if we don't, the hourly is going to be leaving a pretty big wick. Let me just take a look. Yeah, see, the hourly is going to be, yeah, as long as the hourly even closes below here, it's still fine. Pips and whiskey on a Friday afternoon. Yeah, I can have a celebratory drink once I've finished fucking unpacking. But yeah, I'll try and do a house tour at some point as well. People have been asking me to do a little house tour. Come on, gold. 8 seconds here. Go on, close nice and bearish the last couple of seconds. Finally break these bodies. 30 is it's not closing back below, but it's, oh, there you go. So 30s, yeah, I think we're gonna see some lows grabbed here. So 15, it's not the best close, it's not the worst close, but it's not the best close either. Depending on how high this can pull up, you know, you may see this 30-minute come and re-grab some lows. But the only concern is the 30 flip going to be worth it? You know, into these lows you got 6, into these lows 7 pips. No, it's not. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Yeah, let's see how this 5 is going to react. Because you could take a little sell. You could take a little sell at this current 5, but you got to be managing right at previous 30 lows. So look at this hourly. Yeah, it's a big wick on that hourly. Big wick. No bottom wick on this current hourly, which is nice. You need to see that created soon. I mean, you could short now, but you have to have stops all the way above the 30 high. So if you took some shorts now, you'd be shorting into the 30 flip. You'd have stop loss at like 13 pips, actually not too bad. 13 pips, but you have to be break even at like 8 and 11. Maybe, you know, enough wrong scalping 10 pips. If I can get a 10 pip move, I'll consider it. Why do you go for monthly payments over one-off payment for prop firms? I don't necessarily, that's not like a deciding factor for me. But it's nicer on Top Step because it still works out a lot cheaper. If you compare the price of Top Step for the price of FTMO, it still works out way cheaper. And obviously, you stop paying for the prop firm. So for Top Step, for example, you stop paying once you get funded as well, right? So you don't, it's not as if you keep paying for it. So if you pass in 1 month, you know, you could get funded with Top Step, 150k account for $100, which is crazy, and you get a refund once you get your first payout for the previous month. So the possibility of getting funded with Top Step, 150k account for $100 is crazy. But yeah, people think you keep paying it, but you stop paying it once you actually get funded. And you only pay it up for as long as it takes you. And this was before FX prop firms were doing 0 time limits as well. So it's like you can just take your time and you keep paying it until you pass it. I really want to take this sell on gold. We're re-going the previous 15-minute highs. The 15 is currently retesting. This 15 flip could be quite nice. You know, if you take this 5-minute flip, my only concern is you have to manage very aggressively. And when I say aggressively, I'm talking like kind of six or something pips. I'm not in it. I'm not in it. Kind of hesitate a little bit there. I just don't like the range. So you don't pay after you pass. Got it? Yeah. No. It's just for the challenge part. You just pay until you get funded. You obviously stop paying once you get funded. So yeah, it works out way cheaper. They're more reputable. Better profit splits. Half risk, yeah. That's what I was thinking of doing. It was half risk. I haven't taken a half risk trade in a while. But yeah, it wasn't a bad little half risk play.
I'm waiting for the close of the candle.
Yeah, good man. I think it's a good shout. Because that's the thing. Like, I want to take the short, but like we have 15 support right here, so it's like as soon as we break this level, you kind of have to be managing. Like, just we'll leave this in if we had taken this in hindsight, but we'll see how we would have had to manage. But as soon as you break these levels, you kind of have to be break even pretty aggressive because you're back down to 15 support. So we're re-breaking the lows. So you'd have to be break even right now. This what you would say. Well, we're slow month. Wait for next month. Yeah. Well, to be honest, this is probably one of the most active Augusts I have seen in a long time. August for me has been pretty good. Yeah, it's definitely a lot quieter. But I mean, coming into the winter months is probably one of my favorite times of the year to trade. Leading up to Christmas, once you get August out of the way, which isn't even like maybe 2 more weeks, something like that. Is where you see the most volume. If anyone did take this, like I say, be at break even because you've just re-grabbed the previous 15-minute low and you're also around 15 support. I still think this 30 is going to come and grab some lows a little bit more, but we don't trade off what I think. So if anyone did take this, yeah, I would be managing aggressively. Would you recommend live or funded? Depends where you're at in your journey, and depends what your funds are of your live capital. If you're going to be trading like a $500 live account expecting to flip it, then obviously funded is the way to go. But if you're already consistent, the thing is, I say it in maybe an unconventional way, but I don't think you should go from demo straight to funded. I think you should trade live for a little bit first to get to learn some real emotions of the markets. Because if you're consistently trading demo, that's completely different to consistently trading live. So if you're consistently trading demo and then you try to go funded and then you wonder why you're not passing your funding challenge when you were consistent on demo, it's because you haven't really learnt the psychology needed to trade real money. So even if you were just trading, before you go funded, a smaller account, but trading it with good risk management to prove to yourself you deserve to be funded, then I would go for funding. And then once you've traded funded for a while, then you can trade personal or a bit of both. Have a trade copy and trade both. I've been trading both for like 3 years or so now. I traded with FTMO for a very, very long time. I got my first account with FTMO back in 2020, very start of 2020. So that's over 3 years now. Obviously the goal is to purely trade personal. But unless you're personal, it kind of gives you the ability to trade bigger than what you would on prop. And yeah, smart trader 16 pips per gold. It's crazy. Annoyingly spreads. Yeah, fucking man. I don't know what smart prop trader is, but smart prop trader Riz's prop firm. And these new ones that are popping up, there's either the spreads are shit or the leverage is shit. There's always a catch with these new ones popping up every single time. Every single time there's you look into it, the leverage on gold is like probably like 1 to 10 or 1 to 30, which is just ridiculous. So the reason I only trade on futures now is again so I don't have to worry about spreads all the time. Have you ever tried trading the Asian range, just a small range? Yeah, we trade Asia. I trade Asia twice a week. We trade Asia pretty well. I actually just made a video on that a couple of days ago about how to trade Asia. I'm pasting in a link. That's not a link. No. It's 8cap. That's the problem. Yeah, 8cap throwing out funded accounts and encouraging people to start their own prop firm left, right, and center. It's all fucking bullshit. It's all bullshit. They're 8cap are like trying to target, you know, trading influencers into thinking they can start their own prop firm and get rich. Is bollocks. It's all bullshit. None of them trades are live. I guarantee it. And it's surprising for 8cap because I had heard good things about 8cap till I seen they were throwing around funded accounts left, right, and center. Jimmy doing my funding challenge. The biggest lesson I've learned is control my emotions and learn my lesson. Yeah, it's the most. That was the hardest things about the challenge is emotional control. I mean, it's one of the hardest things of trading is psychology. Like I said, you have the best plan in the world, but if you can't execute your plan because your emotions are all over the place, it's fucking useless. Gold's just ranging here in the minute, so we're just waiting for a little bit more. I'm still looking for trades. I'm waiting to see some volume here. Do you trade live or funded first? So I traded live first, and I'll share this more when I share my story, which I'll hopefully upload on the weekend. But I traded live first, and I felt the emotional pain of risking my own capital. And when I first started trading, prop firms weren't as known as they are now. I think maybe FTMO. When did FTMO launch? 5 years ago, maybe. But when I first started, I had no idea what FTMO even was. So it was maybe like 2 years into my journey that I actually found out what FTMO was. So I didn't really have as easy of access to prop firms that there is now. It wasn't as much as a talked about thing as it is now. You know, every trader on Twitter now has, you know, 6-figure trader in their bio, but it wasn't as much of a thing when I was trading, when I first started. But still, I wouldn't change it. Like I when I first started, I took out. I don't want to share too much of what I'm going to share in my story. When I took out money to trade and I lost it, at the time it's probably the worst loss I've ever had. But it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot, and I feel like I had to learn that emotional pain to be where I'm at right now. There's many things in the markets that you just can't really teach. And losses and dealing with losses is kind of one of them. I can tell everyone in Discord to, you know, don't do this, don't do that. Do these psychological things, which I love to do. You know, some people will stick to them, but sometimes, you know, you just kind of have to do it for yourself and then realize, fuck yeah, that's what Aaron was talking about. And then you have to feel the pain, and then it's how you bounce back from it. And once most people feel that emotional pain for trading, that's why most people quit. I feel ready to start trading and been studying for 6 months and using demo. Any advice? Oh yeah, definitely start. I would only say trade demo for like 2-3 months max. You don't want to trade demo for too long. Sell stop, yeah, possibly, man, possibly, because that 55 was nice, but the 15 is just a bit.
Nah, I grabbed the low first. This current fight.
Oh yeah, it did, yeah, nice spot, yeah. If it hadn't done that and pushed up, yeah, I think that'd be a nice spot, man.
I was just ready to place my order, but
yeah, if it hadn't done that and just instantly pushed up with that big 5-minute wick, yeah, I think I'd say it's nice. Got advice for starting off with a $500 account? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with starting off with a $500 account. Just keep your expectations real. You know, you're not going to flip that $500 to a 6-figure account, but treat it as if you were going to trade a real funded account. You know, stick to 1 to 2% risk per trade. You know, don't think about, oh well, from a monetary perspective, it's not that much money. That's not the point. If you can consistently trade it, you'll be able to prove to yourself that you can actually do it. It doesn't matter if you're, you know, trading a $500 account or $500,000 account. You'll scale up them things as you go. But yeah, start. Just start. Trade demo for max 3 months. Max. For Top Step, I'm still on TraderVate. I'm still on TS Trader. You know, I want to get another account set up because I want to max out 450, but I don't want to have to do it on another platform because I'm just going to struggle to manage them all. The kind of tricky situation I'm in at the minute. Do I just completely move from TraderVate? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Thank you. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Come on, Goldie. Give us a 5-minute breakout here. We're gonna get this 15 close in this last 5. The 15. The 15's looking nice because the 15's broken this level retested. So if you can see this 15, you know, break its own low one more time, then I think you're gonna see this nice push. It's hard to picture it now, but if this 15 can, you know, the body can close bearish and re-break its own low again, then that's going to be a nice body, a nice retest, and then it's going to look really nice. It's like something kind of like this. It's hard to picture how it would look now, but if it's going to re-break its own low again, which would be the low of this current 5, I still think you can see a nice drive here, which I may consider. Is it re-breaking its own low again? Yeah, it's the 5 minutes kind of re-breaking its own low. Where's my Top Step? Let me bring it to the screen. Let me leave it on here. I've got too many fucking screens open. How long we got? I'm considering a sell once this re-breaks its own low again. Because I think once it re-breaks its own low, then you're going to get the nice body closure. And you can have stops at like... Hard stop would be at like 16 pips, but you'd be managing if we close back above here. So the more this starts to tease, so you'd have an entry around 1947.7. I haven't put it in yet. We've got one more minute. The thing is, if we just wait, because even if this 15, you know, does actually break below here, amazing, we'll still get a top wick to then bring it down, and it'll be more confirmed. Yeah, do 3, then liquidate 1. Just trade 1 in Asia and exit after 30 days. Yes, sir. 63 people tune in. YouTube guys, drop a little like for the stream. We could have a little play soon. Once we get some more volume from this 5 in about 30 seconds, you could have a potential play. I don't have this sell order in yet on gold. I'm personally just going to wait for the 15 to close because even if it closes bearish, you're still going to get a little quick top wick. If you're going to have the continuation down, you're going to get a quick top wick. So I'm personally going to wait 13 seconds for this to close. Ideally, this 5-minute flips bearish to give us the nice closure that we want. I want to see a little bit more volume than this current 15. Not for me. So if you had a sell stop in, you'd cancel it because you get tagged in for pushing higher. Alright guys, give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to run some to it. 2 seconds. How's she looking? If we don't get, I'm still sticking around. We're staying on for like at least another like 40 to 50 minutes here. But for you guys on Zoom, if we don't get a trade in London this morning, we'll probably be pretty active for US when that news comes out because we've only been able to jump on like twice this week, which is my bad for moving. So we'll see though. We'll see. We will see. 65 people. YouTube guys, feel free to ask over any questions. Same with you guys on Zoom. Ask over any questions. We're just waiting for a little bit of volume here. I want to see some more volume before we jump in this trade. you know, the 30 has had this aggressive move up pre-London, so it's expected to range. Even in a range, you know, we still scalp like 15 pips pretty easy. I just want to see confirmation of it, and then we can take it. I don't want to get caught up in this range, but if we start to get these closures out of this, I think we're actually creating. It seems like we're potentially creating some false support here. Anyone who's jumping in longs here is going to have some stops down here. So the reason I still kind of want to take this down. Been waking up in New York, I've been liking it. Yeah, Antonio, for August, because August is typically a quiet month, the volume's kind of been there in the US session. Because even when there's not a lot of volume in the markets, even in the US session, you're still going to get them nice, you know, 20, 30, 40 pip moves on gold pretty comfortably. Especially on NAS, you know. How did NAS move yesterday? Where's yesterday? So you got 230 open, yeah, big push, straight push back down. Not the cleanest of move, but yeah, it's a lot of volume. I would like to sell gold, I really would, because this false support here is nice as well. I just more so want the volume. That's all I want. Want some damn volume. How long we got to this 5 second close? 1 more minute. Here's 5 second close.
Sunny and I need a nap.
You need a nap?
Well, he is napping.
At this time of night?
Yeah.
Do you drink coffee?
Yeah. Can I have a cat?
Oh, come on. Wait. Well, how long we got to this close? We got 1. It's 20 past 5.
Do you mind having a dinner?
No?
No? Okay, I'm going to put my car back in.
Mm-hmm.
And shut this thing to sell on the bath.
Okay. Come on, gold. Where's the volume today, man? I didn't even trade gold today in New York. I just had a play on GJ and called it. Oh yeah, Antonio, I saw that, man. You do have a nice play, man. It was a nice call. You know, we do have some big US dollar news today, so I think pre-New York is going to be pretty active. About 10:30 Brisbane time, so in like 5 hours, you got that core PPI news, which is potentially why you're not seeing a whole heap of volume here yet in London, but it's still sometimes you still see a pretty decent move. Let's see if this Anyone else watching anything else? Anything else jumping out for you guys? How did Australian dollar move today? Choppy. What about the yen? Pretty choppy today. A lot of the markets seem to be kind of quiet. Any real mover has been obviously the pound with that news, but still, you know, it's had a big move up and hasn't really done a whole heap. For new traders on TopStep, which platform would you recommend? Because TradingView is on a bit. So I would go for, let me just have a look. I would go for NinjaTrader. Some other people are now using Quant Tower, which seem pretty good as well. The only reason I kind of recommend NinjaTrader is because that platform, again, is super simple. If you message me on Instagram, I'll send you a video of the platform and stuff like that. But yeah. Let me see, where's the what other ones have we got? Sierra charts are also, you know, super simple, but it takes a lot to set it up.
Turn the lights on.
Are you serious?
They didn't come out, but they turned their
Yeah, I
lights
was looking to see if they were going to come out.
on. As soon as I turned my car on, the lights like went on.
The whole house shook.
What?
Yeah, the whole house was shaking.
Just said.
Yeah, when you
You're joking.
I swear to God, the whole house. Like, I feel the floor shaking when your car was on. You need to get a quieter car, mate.
Our real estate agent said, number 1, your car's approved, number 2, your dog's approved, and number 3, you're allowed to move your car. She's like, you're definitely living within your rights.
Yeah. Yeah. I was watching to see if they were going to come out because I would come
The
down.
lights are on like instantly.
Clowns. Well, she said your car's nice and quiet, so
Hey,
she said your car's nice and quiet.
it is quiet.
Yeah. And pigs can fly. Is TS Trader made by TopStep and TraderBait? No, so TS Trader is a part of TraderBait. So TS Trader is the TraderBait platform. That's what allows you to trade on TraderBait on TradingView. So TopStep just we're using TraderBait as their broker. So when they had all the issues, it was never an issue with TopStep. It was just with TraderBait. That's why I was so surprised when TopStep, you know, refunded anyone's red days that were trading on TraderBait, even though it was an issue that was completely out of their control. So yeah, that's why they're not working with them anymore. But you know, hopefully at some point they do get it back up because TraderBait is, you know, they're huge. TraderBait will lose a lot of business from this. And I personally haven't had any issues with TraderBait since I've been trading on it. I'm still trading on it now. I haven't had any issues with it. I haven't got started trading yet. It's been 10 days. To be honest, man, if you haven't started yet, you're not missing any too much in August. There's worse times where it could happen. But yeah, hopefully you get it back up, man. But yeah, TopStep are doing, you know, literally everything they can. GJ to 188 highs would be nice. Let's have a look, man. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, my back. To 188 highs. Let's have a look. Oh, I had a daily close. I haven't checked GJ in a while. Big daily resistance on GJ right now. But also big support. Yeah, you'll probably see these highs re-grabbed on GJ. I reckon you'll probably see. Like I said, I don't trade GJ anymore, but I think you'll see probably a lot of people trying to do something like this. So that's why you'll probably see, you know, GJ, you know, probably bounce down a little bit, but I think you'll probably see us go higher. Oh shit! Yeah, just like that. I hope you find great to see you again. Right, what's going on, man? I'm good, thank you, man. I'm good. We've got the Wi-Fi set up. You know, we've almost got the trading station back on the go. I'm just waiting for my monitor to come back. I'll probably go pick that up on the weekend. But we're back to business, man. We're back to business. I've only traded like 1 day this week or 2 days. So it's the first time we're kind of jumping back on. But this is kind of what London's been doing. Even though we haven't been jumping on, London's kind of been doing this quite a lot. The one time London did have the good volume is the one time we caught the nice trade, which is always good. So we got the shorts here in London. I don't, like I said, I don't know why I've lost the wrist, so I didn't put it back on. We got the short in London here on Wednesday. Did we take it here or did we take it here? I think we took it here, but I'm not sure. Someone can correct me. Let me get up. I have it up here. So we got short. Yeah, so we got short on gold like this. And we took about 14 pips out of here. Yeah, so we got that short. On Wednesday. Yeah, that's the only trade we've taken on stream this week. But yeah, obviously we showed up for half an hour and we caught a banger, so that's us chilling. It hit lows of like, you know, 20 pips or something. So it was a pretty nice play. Why I'm staying in forex is because of the clean moves on GJ, so I'm sticking at that. Yeah, that's good, Antonio, man. There's no, if you're having success with it, there's literally no reason to change it. Like I say, I traded FX for a very long time. You know, at some point, you know, if you ever do want to just go down to just trading gold, then obviously it makes sense to do it on futures. But if you still enjoy trading currencies, man, then yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Do you have a YouTube video on how you journal your trades? I don't actually think so. No, I don't think I do. I can do one at some point, but yeah, journaling is very important. You have to journal your trades. Like when I say have to, I mean you have to journal your trades. Every single trade that you take, you have to be journaling it. Because if you're just taking random trades, you don't know why you're taking it. You know, and you're not journaling. You know, you're not seeing what you did right, what you did wrong. Then how do you ever know how you're going to improve? You know, it's also nice. It's also nice to be able to look back on data from like eventually when you continue like 2 years ago. Like I can go back and look at journals, and I have old notebooks where I used to write down weekly analysis from like 4 years ago. It's nice to, you know, one day be able to go back and look at that and see how your style's changed, see how you've adapted with the markets. So there's many benefits to it, not just to improve your trading right now, but it's cool to be able to look back on. Like I say, I have a folder down there. It's in a box of printed out screenshots of the Nasdaq and S&P and writing notes on every single one. And you know, in 10 years' time, when I'm still doing this, I'll be able to look back and I'll be like, fuck, look how easy the markets were to trade there, and you know, look what I was doing there, and look what I'm doing now. Like, it's not just benefits of because you know it's going to make you a better trader. There's many of different reasons to do it. But I do think journaling will make you a better trader as well. I strongly believe that. I didn't journal as early on as I should have. And when you are journaling, if you take shit trades, you're gonna look pretty stupid. You're gonna feel pretty stupid putting it into that journal, but it's gonna make you feel that emotion of fuck, why did I take that trade? But regardless if you take it or not, you have to journal it. So when you write in your journal, this was a shit trade, no idea why the fuck I took that trade, it will start to make you realise. Come on, gold. Break the highs or break lows, I don't really care, but do something. This 30 is about to close in 17 seconds here, and it's not closing above the previous high or low just yet. Like I said, I'm still going to stick around. So the 15's just closed back above this range. You still have resistance at like 1950. I mean, even below that, like 1949.5 is still a pretty big level. So I don't trust this just yet. It's not that I don't trust it. It's I just don't see volume. I need to see volume before I can jump in a trade. You know, we mainly, you know, when we're trading gold like this, we're mainly just trading liquidity and momentum. But if there's no volume, we cannot do either of them things. It's very easy to try and trade. In noise like this, and this is where most retail traders give back. Like if any more caught gains here, you end up giving it back in shit price action like this. So you have to be patient with these times. And then once the volume does kick in, amazing, you jump in the bandwagon. But don't try and predict that there's going to be volume. React to when there is volume. And for me, there's no volume here right now. That's what I say. Like I say, anyone feel free to ask over. You know, any questions, live trading, psychology, whatever you guys want. As soon as we get some volume here, we'll be jumping in some trades. What's just going on here? Let's see. Great week, 2 wins. GJ and GU taking the day off. Good man, that's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. Making your money and running. Good man. That's what you got to do. You got to make your pips and run. That's what I did on Wednesday when we jumped on stream. Yeah, we caught about like 1,300, literally about 10 minutes of being in a trade. And then I literally closed my laptop and that's me done. As soon as you get your move for the day or move for the week, take it and enjoy the freedom of trading. We trade for freedom, so you got to learn to enjoy it. Most people say they trade for freedom, yet they can't bear to not be on the charts 24/7, day on, day out. Like for me yesterday, I haven't really checked the charts at all yesterday. I maybe checked it for like 5 minutes. And I couldn't care less what the charts are doing when I'm not on them. We trade in our hours that we know our plan works and we stick to that. This 5 minute, you know, you may see this 5 minute flip up, but like I say, you have to be break even at the previous 30 highs, which is here. So you kind of got the 30 just trapped in this little range for now. If the range was bigger, you know, I'd be taking the breakout. I'd be buying this, anticipating this breakout before this would happen. But there's too little signs of volume. Otherwise, I'd be buying this breakout now. Take it and go, Russell Peters. Yeah, absolutely, man. Take it and run. Take your money, catch your pips, and run. There you go. 5 minutes flipping bullish now. Grabbing the previous 5 minute low. As soon as it closes with the volume, excuse me, I will jump in it. Hit the damn like button, Ryad. Say it again, man. Tell him again. Smash it. So if you're in this gold flip, you'd want to be managing risk now, because you're back into this 30 resistance. I'm gonna say if there was volume, I would have liked to take that play, but there's no signs just yet. So you'd want to be break even now. Just because it could be liquidating these highs to roll over, and if you don't get a sign of volume, then that's fine. And look at that, we're already starting to struggle. Ideally, this 5 minute could close nice and strong. Close nice and strong above these highs with some good volume like this, and this is amazing. I'll follow this. I'll follow this for a little bit longer. I just want to see it close nice. Close nice, nice big body. So you've wicked out the previous 5 minute low. You close back above this resistance and back above these highs. Amazing. I'll continue this drive high. We could scalp like a quick 15-20 pips here. I just really want to see this motherfucker close above the previous with some volume. You know, we've had this push up, we've kind of, you know, pulled back, we've ranged. So if you now start having this continuation, you know, this is where we'll be looking for gold to come back up into like 1951. So 5 minutes, look at that. So 5 minutes just closed there, you know, again, still closing doji, unfortunately. So you'd be out of break even on that one. No volume on Goldie. Also, anyone looking at this, I'm not in this. This is what I imagine retail traders doing it. So I'd be waiting for these highs to get grabbed, or you'd be looking for longs up into that if it makes sense. Oh man, I'm tired today. I had to get up early. I've already done more packing today. We got like 7 AM. Already done trip back to Brisbane and back. Going for a little dip in the pool. And I'm trying to catch some pips. That's all I'm asking for, gold. All I'm asking for is a nice clean 15, 20, 30 pip move. We don't ask for much. That's all we want. That is all we want. But yeah, also YouTube guys, a lot of people as well had been asking me about position sizing on futures and how do you work out position size, what does it all mean. If you guys haven't as well, make sure to check out that video, it's very important. Different futures instruments have different values, so if you don't understand the different values, then you can run into some difficulties. So I'll give that a watch. Pips and pool party. Yeah, man. To be fair, I went in the pool, it was fucking freezing. Absolutely freezing. I couldn't even stay in for that long. It was like doing some fucking ice cold therapy. Cold therapy. It was freezing, but it was hot today. The pool was so cold. And then we have when we look out where we look out onto, like the sea kind of bit, it's full of fucking stingrays. Full of stingrays, and everyone's telling me on Instagram, do not swim in it. It's also full of bull sharks. So get a house by the beach, they said. Yeah, I got a video. There was literally like today when we walked past, there was like 5 stingrays just all chilling together. It's crazy. I'll put it on my Instagram after. They put it on now. It's crazy. Oh my days. Where is it? Where's the video? Yeah, they were huge. Just chilling. Whereabouts on the Sunshine Coast do you too? So we're in Maroochydore. We got a really nice spot, man. Really nice spot, nice location. I haven't really explored too much yet, to be honest. I've been packing so much. We had a little drive around, and yeah, some nice spots, man. Oh wait, I wanted to get a kayak and kind of use the beach part to kind of kayak around. You go down the different coves, like you go see all the nice houses and shit. But everyone's telling me it's bull sharks, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Get into surfing, yeah, I'd like to, man. I would like to. Again, I just need to ignore the fact that I may get eaten. You can fish off your back lawn, yeah, literally. Some people did have fishing rods out there before. It's pretty cool. People have literally like from their garden, like a walkway. It just goes straight onto a boat. It's pretty incredible. Just don't fall in the water. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. I go kayaking, and stupid me would probably end up having my feet outside of it, like I would do back home in Jersey. But over here, hell no. People paddleboard around it as well. Oh man, I would fall in. I'd be shitting myself. I just uploaded the video on my story of the stingrays today. It's crazy. Come on, Gold, man. What is this volume? What time is it? We're 40 minutes into London session, and you're doing absolutely jack all. And I've got some pips to make. Oh no, wait, it's still uploading. It's uploading. But yeah, they're huge. And the thing is, when we first came to check out this place, we were letting our dog kind of like, run around in the sea. But now we've seen them fuckers. Hell no. Hell no. 15 here. Look at this 15. Give us some volume, Gold. We gotta do something today. But yeah, this is times like this is where you get tested as a trader. You guys have to just accept that the markets are gonna do this at times, and just accept it and just react to it. Don't jump in trades because you'll go from drawdown to profit, and either probably stop loss, and more so to gamble because you don't know which way the markets are gonna go. I'm out to see you guys in New York. Yeah, take it easy, Mark. I'll be on for another 20 minutes as well, and I'll see you from New York as well, man. Take it easy, man. I'm still just gonna stick around and watch it for the next 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna probably go get some dinner, and then probably see what that news is saying later on. I think US session is gonna be pretty active. There's still time for us to capture a position in London. Don't get me wrong. I just want to see volume. A close in either direction. The hourly is regrabbing the previous hourly high. So it's regrabbing high, so if it can still close bearish, we're still finding some resistance nicely, and the fact that we've regrabbed the previous hourly high without grabbing any hourly lows. Look at that, that's nice. We got 1, 2, 3, boom. That's what I was talking about. If Antonio's still here, that's what I was talking about, man. So, and you had the same again here. So okay, here. That's what I've been talking about. You see these on gold all the time. Nice reversal price action. So you get that one drive, second drive. The second drive is the drive that grabs the previous low, and then the third one comes to retest the initial low, and then that's the nice reversal sign. And you can basically be buying into that with your stop loss above below the liquidity low, because if you re-break that low, then you don't want to be in the trade, and you can actually flip it lower. So as long as that previous low gets respected, then you can have that drive. Exactly the same here. You're going to be buying there, and your stop loss will be below the liquidity low, and you get that nice push up. See, same again here. See here? 1, 2, 3, boom. The third drive is always the biggest. What time's US sessions? I don't know if I'll jump on Zoom. I'll let you know. See what time I'm done with dinner. But either way, I'll probably be I'll be back on. I think we should wait for the news. I don't think it makes much sense to trade that news. So the news is coming up in about 5 hours. So we'll jump back on Discord then. And kind of see what it's saying. See how that news is coming out. See if it brings some good volume. And we get a fun coupon Friday. Do you change your strategy depending on volume? Like you wouldn't be in the same Asia. No, not. I don't change the strategy. I may change how many pips I may go for. Targets may change. But in terms of strategy, no, I don't change the strategy. You know, like in Asia, in Asia, I'm pretty happy to scalp like 15, 20 pips, same as London. But in US, you know, you can scalp 15, 20 minutes in one 5-minute candle. So, but obviously, then again, you know, with that comes wider stop losses in the US. This is why I'm able to keep my losses so small. Is because sometimes in the US, actually, you know, you may need a stop of like 25, 30 pips. But in London, you can get away with a stop loss of like less than 20 almost every time. Like, you know, 15, you know, 13, whereas 7, 2. So yeah, the strategy doesn't change. The way that I approach it definitely does change. Because yeah, volume is very important. But sometimes Asia can have good volume than London. Sometimes it can even have better volume than US. But as long as you're understanding the fact that, you know, Asia can range, and sometimes Asia can have good volume, then you just react. It's all we're ever doing. We're only ever reacting. You know, if all of a sudden we take a short and it pushes down 20 pips. I'm not just going to close it because I like the look of 20 pips. I'm going to get out when the markets tell me to. If the markets keep dropping, like, you know, another 40 pips, then amazing, we'll catch 40. So you can only really take what the market gives you. And the only way you do that is just by reacting to what volume you're seeing, really. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying here, Anthony. You know, that with these examples down here, you know, you could potentially get the same here if where is it? I swear trading you move these things around. So if this closes bearish, then you could see you have that one wick, second wick, and then you would have the next one that would have the drive, respect the previous high, and then that's when you'd be having that big play down. If you go look back on gold, you see it all the time. All the time. I mean, even just look at this little price action. You got 1, 2, 3, and even before this little push back down, 1, 2, 15 pip 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, potential 1, 2. If it closes nice and bearish, amazing, you get the 3. You short the 3, stops above the highest, and then boom. I think I said now, as long as it respects the last. Yeah, so it's just understanding the liquidity low. And another thing you can do is, you see, say for example here, because this is a nice, you know, liquidity low. This is the liquidity. The thing you can also do is if this next candle started to close bearish, if you break that liquidity low, then you can see a big drive as well. So if liquidity lows get broken, then you can see even more momentum. That's kind of something that I'm saying as well. Like if this was going to be a liquidity grab, then you wouldn't need to re-grab it. But once you do re-grab it, then that's when you can see a big drive. So we kind of take it both ways. You know, like you can be shorting this liquidity grab, you know, this 1, 2, you can be shorting here. But if you re-break that one, then you can be buying once that gets rebroken. Because if that was a liquidity grab to push lower, you wouldn't want to see that grabbed, right? So if it does get grabbed, then the probability is going to be higher for it to push up. It's going to be unlikely that it's going to liquidate, 3 times before then having to push back down. Is it possible? Yes. But in terms of probability, if you re-break that high, you're going to see a pretty steep push. Exactly the same here on the 15 right now. This looks like a 15 liquidity grab breaking these highs. So if you see this high get grabbed and there's good volume, you'll see this have a nice drive. See here again before this move back down. 1, 2, 3, big push down. So you got there on the 15 as well. You got miniature there. 1, 2, 3 again. Same as here, but on the 15. So you'll see it all the time. It's very, very key. Anytime gold is going to have a big move up or down, you're going to see like the hourly 30 or 15 highs or lows grabbed before being able to have that push. So, whilst I'm waiting, I'll share some wisdom with you guys. So prior to this push, a lot of people will see this push, this rejection, and think, gold is just going to reject once and drop. Gold doesn't move like that. So if you jump in shorts, people on the retest will be jumping in shorts here. They'll have their stop loss above here looking for this play back down. But like I always say is, mark on these highs because these are highs that need to get grabbed before you can then have that push. The same as on the 5 here. I was like, I think we're going to, where was it? We'll grab maybe these lows before having that push back up. Exactly the same here. If gold's going to have a push down, you're going to see this high get grabbed one more time before doing that because then that's going to be the liquidity grab. So it's now getting grabbed. So if the next 10 minutes it still closes bearish, then you still have the potential to take it lower. If that's going to be a liquidity grab. It's only going to be confirmed as a liquidity grab once it actually closes as well. And here's an example of when it gets broken, you see the push. So it got broken technically there, and then you saw that big push. But you probably wouldn't be jumping in, you probably wait for it to actually close above, and then you see that big push. So once it gets broken, you see the push higher. Exactly the same here. This looks like one here. You got that 1, 2. Looks like that was going to be one there. Once it gets broken, you see the push. If that makes sense. I'm running over it very quick, but at some point we'll run into it at a lot more depth. But it's very important on gold. And like I said, you got the 1, 2, 3 push down. But if that high was broken, you'd see a nice push up. If that makes sense. But we'll save that for. I'll turn it into one of the courses in the community at some point. Because it's very important for gold. I don't know if it's like that on NAS. I've mainly just seen it happen on gold. See, this is what I'm talking about. We're now re-breaking that high that would be a liquidity grab. So now it's going to see how we're going to react around here. We've got 10 more minutes. This hour is going to close. The only concern with this one is the lack of volume prior to this push. But technically, we're re-breaking the liquidity high, so you could see this drive. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Exactly what I'm talking about. If you guys can already spot it on the 5 minute. See? Right there. And now, if we're going to have a push lower, you're going to see this high regrabbed. So if you can see this 5 flip bullish in the next 10 minutes. The only concern with taking this one is, like I say, this prior price action before this push. But that's literally an example there. That's a very key reversal formation on gold. Very, very key. Or, you never know. The 15 actually this could be the one that the 15 is creating right now. If you look at here in the 15, 1, 2, just re-grab the highs again. The only way you ever know is once the candle actually closes. So depending on how this 15 closes, that would be the decider if this is going to be one. You want to see it still kind of close down. You can leave a little bit of a bullish body, but you want to see it leave a pretty steep top wick. And then once you re-drive up, you'll typically see the initial high get tested. Respect that one, and then that's when you get that push. And if you look at these on gold, you'll see these on the daily, and you can catch big moves if you trade these on the daily. I don't really have a name for it. I don't really know what it is. It's kind of, I guess you could say it's just an evening star formation. But it's very key on gold. Very, very key. It's key because the third drive is always the liquidity high. Now, I've been trading like these exact setups on gold like for the past like 5 years. I've noticed these on gold time and time again. Yeah, so it's just got an evening star. Evening star to the highs and a morning star to the lows. But what a lot of people will do is a lot of people will wait for it to be confirmed. They'll wait for this. They'll see this as the evening star and they'll be trying to jump in down here. Well, I prefer to be able to jump in on the third drive on lower time frame price action. Because if I wait for it to happen here, well, then I've already missed the move. That was kind of the biggest struggle for me is when I used to try and trade them. Like it's easy to spot them, but what the most important part is understanding how to actually trade them. Because we don't get paid to fucking spot price action and spot formations. We get paid to learn how to actually trade them. So you could be the best technical analysis and spot the best reversal of formations, but if you don't understand how to trade them, then it's completely fucking pointless. So this is the reason that we have our charts laid out like this. If I can see one happening on the higher time frame, amazing. I'm already looking to get into it before it's even finished forming on my higher time frames. Kind of what we do with a lot of our plays. Like we'll be buying or selling the 5 based off how the 15 is going to close. And if the 15 is going to reject, then the next 15, like, you know, say if this 15 closes bearish and the next 15 is going to create the top wick. Well, what you'd see is on the 5, you'd see the 5-minute close bullish, and then the next 5-minute close doji, and then the next 5, which is the last 5 of the 15, then close bearish, and you'd be entering off the last 5 with your stop loss above the highs, and then you get that nice close on the 15, but you've executed on the 5. If this is talking absolute gibberish to anyone, don't worry, it'll make sense. You'll see. You'll see. I can say these things off the top of my head because I've seen them happen so many times. But it all makes sense. Why am I still in replay mode? Are we trading in replay mode or something? Almost got exposed there. Almost got exposed trading replay. Where's the tunes gone? I've lost my music. Where the fuck's my music? Back. So we're coming into the last 5 minutes of this hourly. Since we've jumped on, unfortunately price hasn't really done anything. But let's see, this hourly, like I say, the hourly is re-breaking what this would be. So, you know, if we are going to see this push, you'll see it in this current 5. If this 5 grabs the highs first, early on in this candle, then you're probably going to see this roll over. If I was going to take this last 5 of the hourly, I'd want to see the lows grab before the highs getting grabbed, then you can expect that manipulation at the end of the hourly close is going to be bullish. But if we grab the highs, then you could see this hourly actually flip back bearish in the last couple of minutes. That's enough wisdom for YouTube guys today. But yeah, there's just not a whole heap of volume today, which is okay. You know, we haven't taken a trade, but we also haven't taken the loss. But we've also shared a lot of wisdom, and there's a lot of value on these streams. Win or loss, every single time. There's a lot of fucking value. So we'll re-grab that 5-minute high, which I mentioned. You know, if we're gonna have to push back down, we had to come and re-grab that high. Let me send it in here. I'll send in a picture of it in here for you guys on Zoom. I've honestly only seen this happen probably the best on gold. Even when I used to trade the other currency pairs, it was only really the best on gold. Actually, you can literally just trade just this on gold. How do I send it in on chat? Computer downloads. Where's my downloads? Come on, Gold. You got 2 more minutes to show me something. 2 more minutes. If you show me some volume in the last couple of minutes, I'll consider staying on. But look at this 30. So since we've jumped on, the 30's gone bullish, bearish, bullish, bullish. But more so, you know, these 30 candles are closing with 8 pips of volume, which is very, very low. Like I said, we can't control volume. We can just control the positions that we decide to take, which today has been none, and so far it has paid off. You're welcome. 2 more minutes here. Come on, Goldie. Give some volume in the last couple of seconds. Like I say, Zoom guys, we haven't taken any trades in this session, but we'll see how that news goes later on. If we have some good volume, we'll jump back on, or any trades I take, I'll definitely be showing every single one in Discord, so we can end the week off strong. You know, we've only traded on live on stream 2 days this week, and we've had a good winner within the first 30 minutes, and this session unfortunately just hasn't really done anything. Unfortunately. We've got 1 more minute. Come on, Gold. Close us some volume. Like I say, in which direction? I don't give a shit. But just give us some sort of volume. But at least we're back up and running now, so next week we'll be streaming every single day. Every single day that we have volume will be absolutely on. What news do we have next week? Is there much? Calendar, how long we got? 25 seconds, this can close. What's next week? Oh yeah, we got a lot next week, nice. Cheers, yeah, no worries, man, no worries. I'll try and I'll do a video at some point about how to actually trade it. But as long as you start spotting it now, you'll see me trading it a lot more. I always trade it, but it's actually just showing out that I'm actually. So Monday we got nothing. Australian dollar news. How's that hourly just closed? So the hourly's actually reclosed bullish. So like I said, you re-break that high, you're gonna have a drive. So the hourly's closed back above. Look at the 5 minute though. This hourly has closed with, you know, like, is that it? 18 ticks? Why does it look like so much? From the body to the high, yes, 18. Looks like a lot more volume than that. Yeah, Zoom guys, I'll let you go. I'll see you guys in like in about 4.5 hours. We're gonna get that news, so we'll pick back up then. This 5 minutes is gonna give me no reason to want to stick around and jump into anything. You know, if you do see some good volume, you may want to continue this current hourly and be wary of us coming to grab this previous hourly high. So if you push lower, you can get a setup where it's worth it. You'll be buying back up into that previous hourly high, and also buying back up into the futures chart. Call it, like I said, 91.5 will be a key level, which, you know, from where you're currently sitting is 15 pips. Not huge, but it's not bad. If you get a risk to roll where it makes sense, that's what I'll be looking for. But yeah, Zoom guys, we'll pick back up in Discord in about 4.5 hours. So I'll let you guys go. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. All right, YouTube fam, I'm gonna wrap up there. Unfortunately, price has done nothing this morning. It's, you know, it's pretty expected with such big news. So I'm gonna let London do its thing, and I'm gonna come back later on for that news. But if you did enjoy today's session, remember guys, drop a little like to the stream. We shared a lot of value, even though we didn't execute any new positions. We shared a lot of value on the stream. And remember, we go live every Tuesday to Friday, and I'll be on every single day next week as well. We've got some good volume and a lot of news, so we'll probably have a pretty active Asian session as well. And check out the other videos that I mentioned as well, talking about futures risk management, how to trade the Asian session, all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Peace.